You know, this is something that doesn't happen very much in games compared to what happens in real life. You know, when your character goes to foreign lands and everyone still speaks English there. Yeah, doesn't mirror real life that well. But fortunately for us, the Deku Tree is actually bilingual. He speaks English as well, which makes me wonder why hasn't Valu started studying the language everyone speaks, but that's another story for another day. But, yeah, the Deku Tree, it knows a lot more than we do about our own quest, apparently. At this point in time, the King of Red Lions really hasn't told us much. He just says, okay, go to this island, get this pearl, and get out. But apparently the Deku Tree knows a lot more because he knew right off the bat that since the King of Red Lions got me here, that he has to give me Farore's pearl. And if it seemed like the whole place was awkwardly empty, well, it's because all those little guys were hiding. These are the Koroks, and as the Deku Tree is going to inform us of in just a moment, the Koroks are the descendants of the Kokiris from Ocarina of Time. They evolved into the Koroks when the world got flooded. Presumably because of the flying ability that you just witnessed. But, yeah. Now the Deku Tree is going to tell us about the annual ceremony that the Koroks hold once a year, and conveniently we just got here as the ceremony is about to take place, and an ill fate could befall us if I give you the pearl before the ceremony. You mean getting butt-raped by Ganondorf is not the worst fate that could befall you? But, yeah, there's a problem. The ceremony can't go on because Makar got lost in the Forbidden Woods, and just look at that reply he's gonna get. What? The Forbidden Woods? It's sort of... I don't know how it would come out with voice acting. It sounds like the kind of thing that, you know, it could sound really, you know, so bad it's hilarious, or it could sound a bit too badass for a tree to say. But anyway, the Forbidden Woods are on another sector of the Forest Haven. As you saw, there are multiple islands in the area, and the Forbidden Woods are one of these areas that we're going to head into. But yeah, once again, we have to solve everyone else's problems. So we're going to have to rescue Makar from the clutches of the Forbidden Woods. And as Linder pointed out, well, we can't fly. But fortunately, the Deku Tree has a little present for us that will be able to solve this problem and allow me to fly. Now just take a look at that for a second. I never get tired of that. I could watch this all day, and I like how he has the same face of relief that anyone would have after taking a huge manic diarrhea dump. Unfortunately, forgot to have it fall to the ground, so we're gonna have to go get it ourselves, which is where those little bulbs come in. What they do is that they shoot you in the air like that, and you can control in which direction you can go. With the control stick, you can just fall back in if you don't press any direction, so it's fairly straightforward. And at this point, you have to use the grappling hook in order to go straight into the bulb. Am I in the right direction? Yep! So let's just keep going up and up and up, and be very careful because, yes, this is as high as it looks. So let's keep going up some more. And I think this is the last one before we obtain the Deku Leaf. It can do a variety of things, as the Deku Tree said. We can use it to float through the air. We can also use it to blast gusts of wind on the enemies or random objects and stuff. And oh, great! That's right. The sound effects for the magic bar are glitched, so I'm going to come back to that later, though, and I'm going to come back to this guy later as well, because there are a few things, a few places that we can go before moving on to the Forbidden Woods that we can go to now that we have the Deku Leaf. So over there there's one area with the Nintendo Gallery and another one with a treasure chart. So I don't remember which one is which, and this one is the Nintendo Gallery. Nope. Not touching that with a 78-foot pole. There's supposed to be a switch somewhere up there. I don't really remember where it is, but not that I care, because I never ever bothered completing the Nintendo Gallery, and I'm not gonna start today. It's just way too tedious. So I guess this means that the treasure chart is on the other end, and yep, we're going to have to deal with those glitched sound effects. Nope, there's nothing out there, so I guess I'm going to have to make it all the way over there. It's going to be tight. I'm going to be able to make it. Yep, okay, just barely. Now, this area, in the grass, it's full of magic refills, so you don't really need to worry about ever running out. So, as I thought, the treasure chart is over there, so we're going to need to have the wind blow in the right direction, because when you're outdoors with the Deku Leaf, you're at the mercy of the wind's direction, so you really got to make it count. So, southeast, if I trust what I saw on the map, and this should be good. So let's head over there. As you can see, I'm floating much more quickly through the air when the wind is pushing me in the appropriate direction, which comes in real handy for huge jumps like this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to take some damage because I was so high up and I was going to run out of magic power eventually. So inside this chest, we have, I believe, treasure chart number 3, if my checklist is to be trusted. Because, yeah, I have a checklist of things to do in each area. But, yeah, now that this is done, we gotta make it back to the main island somehow, which allows me to introduce you to the mechanics of swimming in this game. As you can see, when you're swimming, right above the amount of money you have, there's like a bubble that indicates how much more distance you can swim before you drown, because you can't swim to infinity in this game, unlike in other Zelda games, such as, well, Ocarina of Time, and also Twilight Princess and stuff. And am I gonna make it? Come on, get up there! Yes! Oh, that was close. Now that I'm in the area, though, I might as well go for the mapfish that I completely forgot to talk to in the last video. Where is he? Where the heck is he? He's supposed to be... he's all the way over there, so now I gotta fight against the wind. So what you want to do, if you want to go a short distance against the wind, what you can do is do what I'm doing. Go, like 90 degrees, and then go the other way, and then keep zigzagging like that, and you should be good. If you, it's better than playing the Wind's Requiem twice, at any rate. So, we are about to get the Forest Haven added to our sea chart on square F6. And are we going to get advice on the Nintendo Gallery by any chance? Because it wouldn't surprise me at all if he did. So what do we got here? Oh, yeah, he talks about the traveling merchant that's on Bomb Island that we met in the last video. You know the Goron guy? Yeah, that guy. So, yeah, he doesn't really tell much about what the traveling merchants do. Fortunately, I already did this for you, so shouldn't be much of a problem. So now we're going to have to make our way back to the Deku Tree. This provides me with a great opportunity to grab some more Boko Baba seeds, because later on in the game, when I'm going to have all 4 bottles, and I'm not going to need them anymore for certain side quests, I'm going to fill them up with blue potions that can easily be acquired on this island. And by the way, the sound glitches when it comes to consuming magic, it's something that we're going to have to deal with, because I could make it go away. It's a matter of audio settings, But if I change the settings to make the glitch go away, then the game is going to become unplayable in combat situations. So I have to choose the lesser of two evils, and in my opinion, the sound glitch is the lesser of the two evils, because I really wouldn't want to get butt-raped by 4 dark nuts just because I want to have picture-perfect sound. And as for the Nintendo Gallery, it's a place where you can bring pictographs of all the characters and enemies in the game, and when you complete it, you really don't get anything, not even a piece of heart, and especially not a heart container for the most tedious thing in the game. You really don't get anything of any real significance. And the worst thing about it is that not only can you carry only 3 pictographs at a time, meaning you have to come back to the freaking Forest Haven all the time, but on top of that, some of these images can only be obtained before the Nintendo Gallery becomes accessible, which means that you're going to have to use the New Game Plus feature in order to get all the pictures that you need. So you basically need 2 playthroughs to complete that thing. And as I just said, this is not something that can be achieved over the course of normal gameplay either. So, yeah, Chugga Conroy once promised a special episode dedicated to the Nintendo Gallery, and while it never came, can you really blame the guy? Yeah, it's that tedious, and I've got a lot of people telling me that while they completed the rest of the game 100%, they never bothered with it because of how tedious it was, and it's something that I can get behind entirely. By the way, when you get into those balls and your magic isn't full, it's going to replenish a little bit of your magic, so if you're so inclined, you can just keep falling down the same bulb and get catapulted continually until your magic is full. So, now that we're done messing around, we can actually head towards the Forbidden Woods that are marked by this really huge arrow made entirely out of grass. And this is going to be yet another case where we're going to need to change the wind's direction in order to make it all the way over there. So, I believe we are going to be heading southwest, which means we're going to have to play the Wind's Requiem again and change the wind's direction to southwest. No, not west, southwest. Thank you very much. Yeah, this is, as I said before, this is sort of annoying with that controller and its square analog stick sockets. I've never seen anything like it before, but oh well. The controller was dirt cheap, so you get what you pay. You get what you pay for, I guess. Now, we're going to have to do the same thing, except now we're going to send the wind to the northwest. And as you see there was sort of a wind current that's traveling around the island that I'm on. I'm going to have to catch the drift of that wind current to be able to go higher, so that I can be able to get to the entrance of the Forbidden Woods, since they're way high up. And of course I have to wait until the current is at the right position, so I'm going to be able to make an attempt at getting up there. Just wait a little more. This should do it. Okay. This is not good. I didn't remember the current being that far away from the island, and I missed completely. Well, that was a failure if I ever saw one. And, it's all the way over there? Crap! Okay, attempt number 2. Let's try it a bit earlier this time. Let's try and get as much height as we can. And there are some P-hats guarding the entrance to the Forbidden Woods on top of that. Turn, 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 turn! What part of turn don't you understand, you fool? Okay, attempt number 3. I'm going to try another itinerary to get there. I'm just going to go all the way around these suckers, and I should technically be able to make it. Yeah, here we go. And I'm just going to pull out the grappling hook because those guys give golden feathers, which I need 20 of. And you know what? Screw these guys, because they're just gonna keep coming after me anyway. Either way, we made it to the Forbidden Woods, and it's as good a time as any to stop playing for today. So next time, we're going to tackle the second dungeon of the game.